Hey Maureen, real quick, I just wanted to give you this quick video to show you about the traffic and the counters. My arm of the work in internet marketing that I do is design and development. I'm building the structures and the images and the websites and videos. SEO is another world altogether, and I'm saying that because it's something that I have not committed to. I do know it, but it consumes most of your time. If you're running a business to do SEO too, you're either committed to it and don't have time to do the other things you see me do. But anyway, here's your website right here, and here's the current counter that you're looking at, and the visitors that you get daily. What I wanted to let you know that you not only have this counter, but inside your website, when you go inside your dashboard, and you remember at least how to log in, and when you log into your WordPress dashboard, this is when you get this other site stats. And this is a little bit more precise. It's been installed actually by, who are those guys? Inkwater Press. They're the ones that did this. And you see what it's saying. It's showing you your monthly traffic, your site stats, and that type of thing. Then it even shows you on each individual page how many people visited that page and stuff. But it didn't really tell you, how long they were there and that type of thing. It shows how many people were blocked. One way of finding this information out further is that you go to the actual pages. And over here, you see where it says stats. You would normally click on this and it would show you your stats. But, it's not doing that the way Inkwater has set it up. You've got to log in to your WordPress.com. That's the one thing that's always been interesting to me, that they built a lot of things on your site that way. And there's nothing wrong with it. It's just that's the way they did it. And I don't know how to log in and that type of thing. The third way is actually in your control panel, your C panel. And this is the thing that HostGator just recently fixed for you. But now that it's fixed, and Maureen Hosier is your primary domain, when you log into your C panel, here you will see your website traffic and your stats here. You can click on here, and it'll show you even a more in-depth thing. It's got every pages, the domains. It just goes on and on. You can go and pick a particular page and view it and that type of thing. And as I say, I'm just going to close these out. A lot of people depend on these plugins that they've put in and that type of thing. And that's what seems that Inkwater Press did, but they didn't really configure it. I don't know if they just installed it and put in just a few things. I just don't know. But I'm not going to go in there and change it all up and that type of thing, because I don't want to break the structure. I don't know what they did. But you're not hurting anyway, because you see it's showing you the traffic. Now, as an example, my site, I have the same thing. I don't have the counter on the front, but when you go into your dashboard, I got the same thing, but I don't have it through WordPress.com. And you see it showing me. I can click here and I can say what were my stats today, yesterday, the last 7 days, the last 3 months, the year, that type of thing. And it's showing my increase in traffic. Now, I don't really push my site for traffic anyway. But one of the most important things is this bounce rate. And let's see here if I can make this a little larger. It's called the bounce rate. And what the bounce rate is, Maureen, is actually the people that have come to your website. How long did they stay on your website? And the rule of thumb for Google to rank your website is that they need to stay on your page for at least 15 seconds. So whether you have dancing bears or they're actually reading your article, if they don't stay on your site for 15 seconds, you're not going to rank that well. And as a result, on my page, when they come, they're on my page 18 seconds. And my bounce rate is 48%, which is good. It's under 60%, under 50%. If your bounce rate is too low, like down around 20%, that means that's a problem too. It's too low. People aren't even spending any time. But The session duration on my pages is 31 seconds, so they're at least reading my stuff and leaving. But the other thing that I can do that would I think what Inkwater Press did is the same thing you're about to see. It's just that you have to log in and go through WordPress.com to see it. But you can see here with the analytics, I can just click on here. Well, that's the chat. Let's say I'm looking for a page here, and let's just for an example. Now let's go to the graphics page, and this little button here, it'll tell me the last 30 days. That's, I'll go with that as an example. But you can see just for this individual page, it's telling me that one person and a unique viewer is someone who's come back twice. One user, 3 page views, that type of thing. So, the bounce rate is 0. That's real low. But I'm not really worried about it because it's just a graphics page with pictures on it and that type of thing. But I just wanted to show you those things. That's what would have to happen. I do know some folks I work with that do SEO. I think they charge $50. But the thing about it is that, these guys, to do SEO, it's an ongoing thing. So they have a tendency to charge you monthly. And they won't be doing it by a fee like I do it, that type of thing. But, as things are going on here, as things are building up, you got the Ronnie Deutsch show. You've got Empire Radio. So, just give it time. Now, I wouldn't do anything until you go into next year, because I wouldn't judge and make changes in reference to Christmas. Everything changes then. But when you get into the new year, maybe February or something like that, you get really serious about this traffic, because I notice you're telling me to change things on the website because all these people are visiting. Well, they may be visiting, but they may not be staying. They may be just coming and leaving. It's showing that you've got, let's say this week, 1,699 people, visitors. Well, out of that, how many people really stayed? How many people really read your website? How many people really contacted you as a result? If that's the case, and no one is really, you haven't heard from anybody, or your stats are just showing you got the visitors but nothing else, it's kind of futile there. And those are the things that get pretty complicated with SEO. So that's why you got to really outsource to another company. But anyway, I wanted to make that real quick. Talk to you soon. And I guess the thing is to contact these guys at Inkwater Press and really find out what they did, because outside of the counter, you have to log in to be able to see what I just showed you on mine. So I don't know how they expect you to know that, but I don't know. All right, adios.